A beautiful morning to you out there, esteemed listeners. You are very much welcome to Carnival Radio Breakfast Show this morning. And this is Carnival Radio Enjoyment Unlimited Station. And this is Newspaper Review on Carnival Radio. I am Ibrahim Adebayo. These are the headline in the news. Outrage as federal government pegs age for writing WAEC at 18 years. New GDP growth excites Tinubu, says he is keen to build resilient economy. Nigerian government mows equivalent of NYLC training for LCE graduate. Strike threat, ASU, federal government meeting postponed. Nigerian Football Federation appoint German Bruno Labbadia as new Super Eagles coach. Now the news in full. Outrage as federal government pegs age for writing WAEC at 18 years. Critical stakeholders in the education sector have condemned the decision of the federal government to peg the age at which students can write the Senior Secondary School Certificate Examinations (SSEE) at 18, saying it will simply draw the sector back. The group reacted to the comment by the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mama, that from 2025, any candidate who is not up to 18 years will not be allowed to write the examination, and without doing so, such candidates won't be able to seek admission into tertiary institution. The stakeholder who spoke with newsmen yesterday included the Nigerian Union of Teachers (NUT), the National Parent Teacher Association of Nigeria (NAPTAN), and the Congress of University Academic (CONUA), the Academic Staff Union of University (ASU), and the member of non-governmental organization Concerned Parents and Educator Network (CPE). Mama, who spoke in a television interview, dropped the hint about new policy. Nigerian operates the 6334 system, where a child enrolls in school at the age of 6 for 6 years, each at primary school and secondary school education. At the end of the secondary school in Nigeria is expected to be about 18 years old, but many students aren't at 16 or less due to skipped grade. In July, the Minister of Education introduced a policy setting age 18 as the minimum age for tertiary institution admission. It, however, made exception for the 2024 admission cycle, which it said it will accept candidates as young as 16. Mama said such underage students will no longer be allowed to write SSCE. The Minister of Education was asked whether the status quo for the minimum age of admission into higher institution was 18 or 16. It is 18 years. What we did at the meeting we had with JAM was to allow underage candidates this year and for it to serve as a kind of notice to parents. Mama said the policy of the minimum age for tertiary school admission was not newly initiated by President Bola Tinubu administration. Asked what the new minimum age to write SSC will be, the minister responded, "It is not a matter of age. It is the years spent at each level of education." The minister, who said pupils were expected to spend 5 years in early child care, said there will be 6 in primary 1 and complete primary school at the age of 12. He reiterated that the junior and senior secondary school level together were for 6 years, blaming parents for pressurizing their children and word into embracing educational pursuits which were too young to understand. The minister said his position is in line with the 6334 educational policy of the federal government. On the face of it, the minister is right at 18 years is the age of maturity or adulthood under the Constitution, and the university environment and academic content are tailored, made for mature mind. It will draw back the educational NUT reacting to the issue. The Secretary General of the NUT, Dr. Michael Ene, expressed disappointment at the development. According to him, the government declaration will simply negatively affect the educational sector. For more details on the news, you can visit the Vanguard newspaper. Outrage as federal government pegs age for writing WAEC at 18 years. New GDP growth excites Tinubu, says he is keen to build resilient economy. President Bola Tinubu expressed excitement over the latest report of Nigerian Bureau of Statistics (NBS), which says the economy posted increased gross national product (GDP) growth. According to NBS, the real GDP grew by 3.2% year-on-year in second quarters, higher than 2.5% recorded in the same period of 2023. A statement issued by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, explained that after another report on declining food and headline inflation, these latest reports affirm that the economy is on the right trajectory and is indeed on the path of recovery. According to NBS report, the growth rate in the second quarter is higher than the 2.5% recorded in the second quarter of 2023 and higher than 2.98% growth in the first quarter of 2024. The GDP performance in the second quarter of 2024 was driven by the service sector, which recorded a growth of 3.79% and contributed 58% to the aggregated output. The statement further said, in terms of the share of the GDP, the industry and services sector contributed more to the aggregate GDP in the second quarter of 2024 compared to corresponding quarters of 2023. For more details on the news, you can visit the Vanguard newspaper. New GDP growth excites Tinubu, says he is keen to build resilient economy. Nigerian government must equivalent of NYSC training for NCE graduates. The federal government of Nigeria says it is working on introducing a training scheme equivalent to National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) for graduates of Nigerian Certificate in Education (NCE). The Minister of State for Youth Development, Mr. Olawande Wisdom, made the revelation during the opening of Bimo Oyo 2024 Summer Boot Camp in Ibadan. Wisdom said the ministry will partner with the Ministry of Education to introduce new training reforms, one of which is equivalent to NYSC training for NC holders and others. According to him, social phases had been around for long, but the training of youth by organizations such as the Boys Brigade, Grace Guide, and other had kept many away from them. He said, and I quote, the major priority of the ministry is citizenship and training, and we are bringing them back. We have NYSC for those who finish from universities, but what of those who finish from NCE and others? So we want to set up training such that you don't need to go to other states to have it. You can have it in your own state and the camp. A lot of reform are going on, and we are trying as much as possible to bring a renew up to people, to the girls and boys, he said. End of quote. Nigerian government mows equivalent of NYSC training for NCE graduate. Strike threats ASU FG meeting postponed. The proposed meeting between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of University was rescheduled for Monday till August 28. A highly placed source within the National Executive Council of ASU told newsmen yesterday that the meeting with the federal government will now hold on August 28. Public university lecturer following resolution reached at the Union National Executive Council meeting held at University of Ibadan on August 19, threatening to go on a nationwide strike over the federal government failure to honor the 2009 renegotiation agreement. ASU demand include improvement in the university worker welfare, university funding, and halting the proliferation of university across the country. In response to ASU ultimatum, the Minister of Education, Tyree Mama, noted that most of the issue of contention dated back as 1981. He, however, said letters of invitation had been sent to the leadership of the union and other organizations, and that their grievances were being attended to. The minister further appealed to ASU to be considerate in their action and be open-minded in their approach at the negotiation table so that the interests of all parties would be represented. Strike threats, ASU, federal government meeting postponed. NFF appoints German Bruno Labbadia as new Super Eagles coach. The Nigerian Football Federation has announced the appointment of a German tactician, Bruno Labbadia, as the new Super Eagles coach with immediate effect. Labbandia's appointment was disclosed in an early hour morning tweet today via the NFF X handle. The statement read, and I quote, "The Nigerian Football Federation has announced that it has reached an agreement with the German tactician Bruno Labbadia to become the head coach of the Nigerian senior men national team Super Eagles." The coach continued, "The NFF Executive Committee has approved the recommendation of its Technical and Development Subcommittee to appoint Mr. Bruno Labbadia as the head coach of the Super Eagles, according to the Federation Secretary, Dr. Mohammed Sanusi. Labbadia becomes the 37th head coach of the Super Eagles after the resignation of the former coach Finidi George. NFF appoints German Bruno Labbadia as new Super Eagles coach. Before we bring the newspaper review to a close, these are the headlines again. Outrage as federal government pegs age for writing WAEC at 18 years. New GDP growth excites Tinubu, says he is keen to build resilient economy. Nigerian government must equivalent of NYSC training for NCE graduates. Strike threat. ASU. Federal government meeting postponed. NFF appoints German Bruno Labbadia as new Super Eagles coach. And that ends the newspaper review on Carnival Radio. Thank you so much for listening. I am Ibrahim Adebayo. You can download the Carnival Media app from the Google Play Store and iOS App Store. Do enjoy the rest of your morning.